So aside from the properties and the structure of matter, chemistry also focus on the next keyword known as the properties. Okay? So we know very well that different forms of matter have different properties. And let's have another specific example for this. So we are very familiar with these elements, namely, you have helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. So all of these elements are collectively known as the noble gases, also known as the inert gases. So why is it that they are collectively known as the noble gases or the inert gases? Noble or inert gases because they are already stable. So when do we say that they are stable? So stable, or let's say the word stability rather. So an element or an atom is considered to be stable if it has, okay, 8 electrons on its outermost shell or in outermost energy level. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. At the center, you have a positively charged nucleus. Then on the outermost energy level, we have the 8 electrons. Those electrons located on the outermost energy level are known as the valence electrons. So in other words, if there are 8 valence electrons on the outermost shell, it follows the concept of octet rule. Okay? From the Greek word octa, which means 8. And if an element has 8 valence electrons on its outermost shell, it is considered to be stable. Stable meaning to say they will not form any compounds, unlike the other elements in the periodic table. And as a result, neon, helium, argon, krypton, and xenon, they do not form such compounds in an ordinary condition because they are already stable since they have 8 valence electrons. Unlike the other elements in the periodic table, which are not classified as noble gases, their tendency is to gain, to lose, or to share electrons so that they can achieve the 8 valence electrons on their outermost shell, just like on the characteristics of these noble gases. So these are considered to be an example for the properties of matter.